Hello guys, welcome back to day 33. I'm going 20s. 33 of this daily vlog cycle, and we just had the third day of the WePlay playoffs convene. It just finished literally just a few minutes ago. I just finished watching the end of the Secret Liquid series, and my oh my is the pattern continuing. We've just had another day of 2-0s. Oh no, we are now. Oh God, actually, like when you look at it, it looks even more ridiculous. We've actually had now 9 series, and all of them have been 2-0. We haven't had a single third game series. None of these series have, in the grand scheme, looked close. You might have had an individually close game, but that was it. And speaking of close games, we definitely had that in the first series. We had Alliance versus Na'Vi earlier in the day. This series, honestly, like Na'Vi, they needed to turn up. They needed to do something different, and they tried that with the opening game, where they actually pulled out a Chaos Knight carry, something we've not really seen at the moment, because Chaos Knight, just a hero that doesn't inherently have a way to farm. He really relies on kills, and as we know, kills are not really worth much right now. All in all, Na'Vi had a really good teamfight draft, and you saw the way that like they could actually beat Alliance, especially considering Alliance gave them a perfect Ancient Apparition game, considering they have both the Morphling and the Winter Wyvern. It just feels so good. But that Winter Wyvern, just an ultimate counter to the Chaos Knight that came out. Nothing you could really do in the fights, especially a clutch final fight, really shoe that when Hans can manage to Winner's Curse the entirety of Na'Vi, stopped them from getting the Ice Blast off and screwing over their morph, and took the game from there. And then in the second game, this felt a lot more yikes. I don't know what word to use really other than yikes, because Na'Vi, this looked like we were finally gonna have a 3-game series. They had this Medusa, they went for this Rapier, they had full control of the map, they were pushing it aggressively, it all looked so good, and then they end up losing the game because they decide to go for a bounty rune at the bot lane. The Medusa shows, she gets perma-stun, can't get the BKB off, can't defend herself at all, and all of a sudden, you're looking at SF's build, you're looking at Nico Baby's build, where he's gone for like the BKB, the Sanjin Yasha, the Satanic, you're like, you really do with a damage item, and conveniently, there it magically is on the ground, a Divine Rapier, which he yoinks up, and they end up yoinking the series 2-0. Na'Vi didn't stand a chance. They are gone, eliminated, and Alliance continue on to the next phase. Of course, the second series, Ninjas in Pajamas versus Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro, weird to find them down in the lower bracket, considering they just stomped ESL 1. I don't want to say stomp, it was a 3-2 series in the end, but they won the ESL 1 Los Angeles EIS online tournament. Of course, when I say that they won it, you kind of then look at the comparative where they beat OG in a 3-2. OG, we don't even see them in the playoffs, so maybe I've had too high of expectations. But they definitely turned up today. They definitely show what they can do, and they definitely show us how you dismantle Ninjas in Pajamas. Ninjas in Pajamas, game 1, looked like they had maybe some comeback potential. After an abysmal laning phase for their Meepo, getting completely and utterly dominated by no one on the Monkey King, he managed to actually claw his way back into the game, and Virtus Pro get to a stage where they're over tunnel visioned on this Meepo and trying to eliminate the fights, and it almost cost them the game. But in the end, like Virtus Pro, they keep their calm. They start utilizing the fights better. They understand they need to convert what their target is in fights from the Meepo to go for that back line, looking on the Chen or the Pango, the Beastmaster, and they take these heroes out, and all of a sudden, these huge aura gains, these heals, they're not there anymore, and the Meepo can't sustain on his own. Just on top of that, a few discombobulated fights from Nip, where I felt that they were a little bit too spread out. Gets capitalized by Virtus Pro. They managed to take that game, and then the following game is completely absolute dominance from the side of Virtus Pro. I think it's actually the most one-sided match we have seen the entirety of this playoffs, as they take a 21-minute game against Ninja Pajamas. Honestly, I thought they had someone to beat, because they were up on the high ground at 14 minutes in, completely stomping the face of their opponent into the dirt. I love their draft as well. I love the way that they open up with this Oracle Ember that's basically gifted to them. And then you just see them complement the early push potential by getting their hands on this Pugna Beastmaster. The Pugna, by the way, revealed to actually be also a block pick, because they don't want the Necrophos to be countered as their final gotcha hero, and it didn't get countered at all. They completely ran over the game. It felt like there was really nothing that Supreme especially could do. It was interesting to see that they put him on the Morphling, just because I think Nip play best when they give Supreme the kind of dominance win condition, not the I'm going to win later on, I'm going to win now type hero. That's why they've been working with the Meepo so well. Of course, not in this series, but in the end, Ninja in Pajamas, they can do nothing against the Force of Virtus.pro, as it looks like Virtus.pro are just angry about being in this lower bracket as they plow through their opponents and continue into the lower bracket round 3, where they will need an opponent. Their opponent, of course, is now down to 2 because Team Liquid are in the lower bracket. That's right, they had this amazing run. They were looking so on fire, so unstoppable, and all of a sudden Team Secret, you know what? They basically throw down the spike traps. The wheels are popped. The Liquid van crashes, and all of a sudden Team Secret's 2-0 the side of Team Liquid. Even after giving Team Liquid the golden lineup for them in Game 1. They got everything they want, right? These heroes that they want to be playing, the things like the Lone Druid, the Slardar, they get their hands on the Tusk, the Coddle, the Bristleback. But the way that Team Secret just dismantle this and play around their opponents, especially utilizing this Bounty Hunter, is beautiful to see. I think we're going to see more teams trying to experiment with Bounty Hunter, maybe not in the rest of this tournament, but definitely beyond this tournament, because right now, gold is being nerfed in the ground. There is so little gold to gain on the map, and especially around kills. And Bounty Hunter is just a hero that taps into something you can't access otherwise, right? It's the reason potentially Alchemist seems like a really good hero right now. Or also a hero like Doom should be able to find his way back in this, because they have this way of generating cash that just isn't there. And Bounty Hunter especially makes kills worthwhile, which right now, can't really name many heroes that do that. And I love the way that Team Secret utilize it in Game 1, especially in Game 2, where they basically just treat him like a sacrificial lamb. They force Liquid to keep paying attention to him, and they just pummel them into the ground with this double push lineup out of the Dragon Knight and the Death Prophet. I also love to see that they're utilizing the Bane. I love it and hate it, because I think I don't want to see Bane in my pub games. It is the Bane of my existence, or the Bane of someone's existence. I'm pretty sure that's how it got the name. But Puppy is making this hero look so goddamn lethal. And I'm scared for my pub games, but I'm also scared for opponents. Because he's actually, I don't know if I'd say he's making it look ban-worthy, but he's making it look incredibly scary right now. And after that scary meeting for the side of Team Liquid, that pushes them down to the lower bracket, where tomorrow we will commence the day with Team Liquid versus Alliance. That's right, up against their old org again, but Alliance, honestly, looking so goddamn good. I just want to actually give a shout out. I forgot to mention it in the series. The call to get the Rapier in Game 2 against Na'Vi. Like, Alliance, round of applause to FNG for actually making the call to just go straight for the Medusa and take that Rapier. I love this kind of ballsy play style that FNG is maybe bringing into Alliance, along with S4. Just this revitalization, this new style, where they're able to actually play off the advantage that one hero has, as opposed to the old style of Alliance, where it's kind of like, how do we make Nico Baby win the game? And that's why I'm intrigued to see how this Team Liquid is going to match up against Alliance. Like, they got to be feeling a bit bummed. They just lost with everything that they wanted in that first game against Secret. And you have to wonder if they're going to go to the drawing board, if they're going to stick to their guns and try and beat Alliance with what they tried to beat Secret with. At the same time, I think Alliance are looking a little bit more spicy. I think I'm going to have to stick to my predictions. I do feel like Team Liquid could take this. I think this one should be the 2-1. I feel like I'm just actually cursing it every time I call 2-1, so we continue 2-0 cycles. But I could see Alliance getting at least one game here. I am going to stick with my prediction that I think Team Liquid can bounce back. I don't think they're going to go static and, you know, stubborn about what's happened here. I don't think we're going to get what I'm going to call the nip effect, where you just go in your own shell and continue to draft what you're going to draft. They're going to change it up, and I can see that coming. I expect Team Liquid to take that 2-1, which will lead them into that low bracket round 3 against the side of Virtus.pro, which is also going to be tomorrow straight after that match. So Virtus.pro versus Team Liquid. This series, I'm going to stick to my guns of Team Liquid. I think VP are playing some vicious Dota right now, but I think Team Liquid's ability to flex all of their core roles and potentially back any one of them maybe puts them on a higher level than what we're seeing from VP right now. VP, I have to give stand-up performance to Rezo and No One. ILTW, he's doing what he needs to in the team, but I never feel like it's the ILTW plays, if that makes sense. No offense to the dude, like, I think he's doing really well as a stand-in, but I'm always looking at Rezo and No One and what they're doing to unlock the game. And I think that might be a weakness. I think that might be VP's kryptonite, and I think Team Liquid might exploit that. Then to round out the day, we're going to have VP Prodigy versus Team Secret. This is, dude, I think this one I think will also be 2-1. I don't think Secret are going to completely dismantle VP Prodigy. I think VP Prodigy is kind of doing a mini of what Team Secret does, where they go for these heroes or these items that complement each other, and it's more the team effort, how we push each other up together, as opposed to how we get this 4 protect 1, and this one's going to juice us up and lead us to victory. What Team Secret have been so good at dismantling their opponents with is the fact that they have complementary layers to their draft, as well as their item builds. And I think VP Prodigy are going to tap into that and match them. I would have to say, based on the performance we've seen from either side, I would slightly favor Team Secret here. It's hard not to, especially after that dominant performance over Team Liquid. I'm going to say that's going to be a 2-1, but I think VP Prodigy will keep it close and interesting. That's going to round out my predictions for tomorrow, though. And speaking of tomorrow, you will be able to catch me. I believe I'm only on the opening series, so I'm a little bit bummed out, but for greedy reasons, right? Like, I want to be on all of them. Team Liquid versus Alliance is going to be hype. VP versus Team Liquid Alliance is going to be hype. In my prediction of Team Liquid, and VP Prodigy versus Team Secret. There is no unhyped matches left. Then again, is there over $1 trillion? If you ask me, personally, all the doses is good. And I'm looking forward to how I open up that day. I'm looking forward to how the day continues. And hopefully you guys will be able to catch it too. But I am going to go spam a few pub games before I get some rest and prep for tomorrow, when we will start the day Team Liquid versus Alliance. And hopefully I will see you then. I'll see you in the next one of these.